Welcome to the 290 Mo podcast. I appreciate your time. If you could, introduce yourself to my viewers and listeners.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? I'm the man born rich. Um, Clothesline designer, magazine owner, book owner, Forever Grateful Award owner, host on 106.3. Got my own show on 106.3, got my own show on 102.3, Intellectual Radio. Um, so many other things, man. God is good.
For sure, definitely, man. I definitely appreciate your time, man. It's definitely one of the most valuable things we got. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks
So
for
I,
having me.
I definitely appreciate this moment that we finna have. So I like to get as much as a full story as I can in this little amount of time, man. So
Yeah.
if you don't mind, real quick for the people watching and listening, man, where you from? Where you grew up?
I grew up on the west side of Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
Monticello, Ohio.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, man. So you know what I'm saying?
Stand up.
Out west, it's a lot of stuff for a young brother to get into out west.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Good, bad, or indifferent. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
lot of different routes for a young brother to go, man. So coming up out west, man, what was your aspirations?
Um, for me, it was a little difficult because I had a bossed up daddy
Mm-hmm.
at a young age, and he was more like a chief, and growing up was like a little different for me because I always wanted different. So when I walk out my door, I grew up. I was staying with my mom, and then I ended up. The environment was over there was crazy, so I ended up going to my grandma's house. And I stayed with my grandma for a while, and by me was in that environment, it made me didn't want to stay too long with my grandma's because it was a little slow pace. It was, you know what I'm saying. So when you get involved with certain things, it sticks on you, and you just like you get used to it. You see what I'm saying? So I got used to like the lifestyle, me being able to do what I want to do. So out west it was a little difficult for me, man, because it's like when you growing up, you're trying to do right, but you don't. If you don't know how to do right, it's no way you can do right.
Mm-hmm.
So walking out my door, I seen guys gambling, shooting dice, selling drugs, and I got to go to school. I come home, and these guys becoming my friends. I'm sitting there with all that money, always having the new mics on. I had the new mics on a lot too, but I just wanted more at a young age, and I had got involved.
Mm-hmm.
I got involved.
I definitely understand because that's kind of like relatable to my story. You know what I'm saying? It was like my mother worked all day. My father went around, you know what I'm saying? So everything I learned, you know what I'm saying, as far as like becoming a man, like how to talk to a woman, how to make money, I learned all that shit outside, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying, love my mom to death, but at the same time, outside in Chicago, definitely, you know what I'm saying, definitely,
There's only so much a mama could do.
for sure.
See what I'm saying? Like mama good at what she do. Shout out to the mamas out there.
Shout out.
Mama's good at what they do, but there's only so much they can do.
For
They
sure.
can't raise a man.
Mm-hmm.
They could probably give a man some of his needs. Mama, I need this. Mama, need that. They support you and be there for you. Put the Vaseline on your face when you go into grammar school, whatever. But they can't really give you that man talk.
Bro.
See what I'm saying? So when me growing up, I had a fast-paced daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So he was so rich and successful. Um, he was giving me everything I wanted, but I was still confused because I ain't had no sit-down talks.
Mm-hmm.
So sit-down talks is very important to have with your sons,
Fact.
to the mans. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter how old you is having a child, just know that's a responsibility. That's a life.
Mm-hmm.
So when I realized that my son, because we had him, we had him at 17. My wife had him at 17, and I looked at my lifestyle, and I look at my son, and I always just like I want to teach him different. I watch my dad beat my mama, and they have fist fights. I watch my mama get stumped, and I had this thing in my mind all the time. And she used to do stuff really, really used to make me mad. And he'll fight her right then and there. And to me, it was like it wasn't funny, but it was like, hey, you just starting to try to hit me, and he fighting you. But I was so young, I couldn't understand it.
Right.
So I started getting older, and I started just coming out my mouth, just saying like, I never put my hands on a woman. I never fight a woman because I seen, my mom and dad fight so much. I never fight a woman, and being a man, you got a daddy, man. It's just so hard to just not watch what he do and get involved with what he do. Like it's hard because you looking for a role model.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So me to all the people out there, I'll let y'all know, man. Like getting y'all kids life. You know what I'm saying? Getting y'all kids life, man, because they got one life to live. Like you ain't got to be with their mama. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't understand even the situation between my mom and daddy. right? He had a wife. Well, they weren't married, but he had a woman he was staying with. I used to always want to go over his house.
Mm.
And when I was there, I felt like she was my mama. See, I never understood it because she was treating me so nice and it was so good. You know what I'm saying? Then I get back home and I'll be seeing the lifestyle switching now. See, if I'm over her house, if I'm over my daddy house, it's limited what I can do because these people gonna tell my daddy he the man. I'm on the other end, it's word against word. I gotta run and there's a lot of stuff going on with that. And I couldn't really have it my way. See what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, man, it's a whole lifestyle for me getting older and having it my way.
Mm.
All that's in the book too.
Mm. For sure, for sure. We definitely gonna touch the book, man. Early on, man, if you could remember, man, on the music side, what was you listening to? What was you listening to early? What was being played in the household? What was Pops listening to? What was OG listening to?
We used to listen to my mom and daddy, like, they never walked me to a park together. I never been to a park when I was younger.
Mm.
I always had a older lifestyle when I was younger. And it kind of made me feel as I need to get that same lifestyle. Not that they gave me, but switch it up and give my children a real lifestyle. But that came with God. It came with switching my spirit over, getting baptized, you know what I'm saying, and going to a new church and finding God. See, God taught me how to be a man through the Holy Spirit. So when I learned how to be a man, I was able to say, I'm gonna take my son out the hood, and I moved him out the hood and moved my family to a house out the hood. But that came with God teaching, because losing a daddy at 17 years old, and he was the man all your life, is traumatized.
I was
And it can
16.
play
I
a
was
role.
my father. Sorry to hear that.
And
Sure.
man, my condolences to you, but you know it could play a role with a man.
Definitely do. Or
So
I
we looking
always
for
say my life would be way different, way different. Because he was going early in my life, but around 15, he came back in. He was like, I know I fucked up. He was like, if you want to fight right now, we can fight. You know what I'm saying? I can't fix none of the past, but I'm here now. Like, he would be all like, nah, I want to fight you, big dog.
that's a real
For
daddy.
sure.
I can hear.
It
How
was love ever since then. So when that shit would happen, bro, that shit was like, I can't even explain that shit, shorty.
no, it's traumatized, man.
For sure.
And I bumped my head a lot. You
Facts.
know what I'm saying? I was incarcerated. I was going through so many situations, man. Like
Dealing with
not
women, all
having them.
type of shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because even when he was here, I was trying to do it on my own.
Mm.
You know, I had Lamborghini doors on Chevys out the Ave. Like, you know, I got witnesses all around in here. You know, like I dominated at a young age. So I had always had the boss mentality from the street.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So when I transferred from the street into the industry, I got in the industry and dominated. And I dominated with God. I couldn't even think on the level that I think on without God. So when people try to get any type of credit for my life, it just the only thing that's great about me is they can't take credit for my life.
Mm.
God get the good glory. But it's some people out here got to get all praise and credit to another man.
Mm.
You know, my teaching and me coming from where I come from, I was able to teach and help my little brothers. Some, losing a daddy, they younger than me. So now what? You see what I'm saying? Imagine how I feel, imagine how they feel. They looking for a role model. When I came out with this song called "The Streets Will Give You What You're Looking For," because it's a street song, and it's like you could be at peace, you could be doing your thing, you could be living a great life, and one mistake can happen. And I've seen people lose their life. One mistake, just a man just get tipsy at a bar and just get crazy and touch his lady, and he just end up shooting him and killing him. And he ain't his intentions want to kill him, and he in jail for life right now. So I learned to just be patient before you make a move.
You ain't talking about T-Rex, is you?
No. Somebody that happened to?
Yeah, hell yeah. My homie Rex from the hood, on shore. He got into it at a bar, like around Milwaukee or something.
Oh, for real?
This girl, on shore.
It's multiple occasions. It happens. It happens. So you just got to be careful. You surround yourself around. You got to be careful on how you do things. You know, all these things come from the mistakes you made,
Mm.
and in the ways God got you out of the mistakes. If you ain't ever make no mistake, you'll get right at anything because you're trying to prove a point.
Mm.
A person who trying to prove who they is, they need that approval from the streets. They need that approval from that girl. They need to set a boundary to make them feel like the man. When you the man, you ain't got to never do that. You just stay humble.
Or just try to scare the motherfuckers who too weak to even try to.
You feel me? You ain't got to
Sure.
fight them. Just let God fight all your battles and stay humble and just stay connected at what you're doing. Stay focused at what you're doing because you're gonna win. As long as you got a clear mind and a purpose behind what you do, you're gonna win. You're gonna win. As long as you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. For sure. All right, man. That's dope, man. So before we get where we at now, man, you know what I'm saying? You 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 got a lot going on. You're doing a lot of amazing things, man. But if you could, man, talk to us about the journey. You know what I'm saying? Like as you mature through adolescence and get to like, you know what I'm saying, teenage, high school, you know what I'm saying? What was your story then? Was it straight music? Was it like what was the plan? What was going on in your life at that stage?
In high school?
Yeah, like high school, on your way
so-
out type high school, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Was it music then? Was it
Nah.
like what was going on in your life at that point?
I was still in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I was riding like Chevrolet Lamborghini Doors to school. I bought a whole lunchroom, cookies
Mm-hmm.
and chips. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to do stuff like that. I'd come in the lunchroom about a whole lunchroom, cookies and stuff like that. You know, I was about my business. Like, I go to school, do what I have to do and leave. But, you know, when I was young, you know, school had started getting a little boring. I felt like I could teach the teachers and stuff like that because it was like some of the things that they was teaching me, I knew already.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing was missing is me just staying there to just get to another grade.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, my lifestyle, I did play football. I did play basketball. I was on the football team. I was on the basketball team.
Mhm.
You know, and you know, I went to school. I went, like I said, the lifestyle there was, it just when you live in a lifestyle on the streets and you get pushed out to go to school, sometimes it'd be difficult for you. Because now you can't wait to get out. You want to leave the
for sure.
school.
For sure.
You want to ditch.
I
It's just like, man, I do not
definitely
want to.
did.
I know you get it, bro.
Soon as football season's over with, what? When I was in high school, you could walk out, ain't nobody gonna stop you or nothing. What?
You feel? I want to leave this joint. So it was like with me, and then I'll just pay the teachers and stuff. Like I just get the teachers money and bring them lunch and stuff. And I had
That's
my
crazy, Joe. We got some. We used to pay security guards on shorty.
See what I'm
Sell the
saying?
weed, Joe.
in the Bible it says, oh, it speaks about money. Money answers all things.
Yeah.
So you know, I know that now. But at the time, you know what I'm saying, I didn't. I went to grammar school too. I met my wife. Shout out to my wife. We'll get deep into that, man. You know,
Sure.
I know you probably because my whole story, even about with my wife, right? I met her in grammar school. She ain't like me in grammar school. I used to have a friend holding my money.
That's wild. Grammar
I used to
school.
bring racks to school until like she didn't like me because of my boldness. Because it was a guy up in there like used to like to fight. He used to like to beat everybody up. So when I came to that school, because I had got kicked out of Rice and I ended up going to Nash. And I went back to Nash because I used to go to Nash. I went back to Nash, and when I went to Nash, this dude was in there, and he was a bully in the class. Every time somebody sit down, he pull their chair, and he was getting real crazy. So when I came in there, my mind was set because I heard everything about him. So my mind was like, he pulled my chair, I'm gonna give it to him. He pulled my chair, and I gave it to him. And after that, we became best friends.
Y'all been best friends since that day?
Yeah. Right now we see each other. Like we even fought the teacher because the teacher used to be like this. I don't want to say his name, man, but everybody know him. Mr. Green. Man, I'm gonna say his name. Mr. Green. He used to be this person, man. He'd twist the little girl ears when they act crazy. And you would see him, you'd be like, this dude just twist this girl ear. She'd start screaming and crying. And he'll like twist people arm. He'll make you want to fight him. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to school to get my education. So I'm smart. I was reading, I was good at math, but it just like that lifestyle, I felt like I already knew that type of stuff they was teaching me, and I want to go get the bag now. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you look at my son though, he go to school and he finished school because I taught him right. See, the teaching got to be different. What people don't understand, like this is a testimony to give God the glory. This ain't me trying to just get that type of lifestyle out there. I'll be lying if I don't be honest. See what I'm saying?
Sure.
If I made myself look perfect in this seat right here, I'll be just making myself look perfect. But if I be honest, give God the glory for what he saved me from and the things I've been through, I never know who gonna watch this and they gonna change their life. You know, I don't know. But I will say, living that type of lifestyle, it wasn't a good lifestyle. It wasn't nothing I chose to do. It was just just being around the wrong people.
Mm.
And at the time, mama was getting high. Daddy was a big person. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to mention too much, but it was just me having that time where I'm getting connected around people that's living grown and young,
For sure.
shooting dice at 7, 8 years old. And your daddy tell you to shoot the dice. He told me to shoot the dice one time. He had like 10,000 on the ground. Tell me to shoot the dice at 7. I throw 11. He pick up 10,000, and he give me like 500 to put in my pocket. Now my mind stuck like this is a fast way you can make money shooting dice. You can make money shooting dice like this. Like I just threw 111 and picked up $500. But a man just got a 13 pack and got $30, and it took him probably 30 minutes to sell it. So I'm like, the dice is where's it at? You know what I'm saying? So I became this shooting dice man. And I'll talk about that once I started my clothing line. I lost 300,000. We'll get to that.
Yeah, that's tough, Joe. That's tough. I'll be sick. I lose 300. I'm sure. So,
Yeah.
after high school, man, how long does it take you to start creating, man? Like, what's going on in between there, and what makes you start creating?
After high school, I had a whole lot of money. So I had like Lamborghini Does and stuff like that. So my little brother, he started doing music. So shout out to Pee Weezy. My little brother, he started doing music, and he spent the night on my house one day. And he came in the house, and me and my wife was in the room, and I'm laying down with her. I just hear a voice, like this is when Justin Bieber's song came out with Baby Baby. I just hit his voice, and I'm like, who the hell is that saying that? So I told my wife, be quiet. I said, be quiet, 1 second. And I got up and peeked out the door. It was my little brother singing like that. I didn't know he had that much talent. So I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, babe, whoa.
He was singing the Justin Bieber
He
lick.
was singing this song off of instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
He was singing it, that Baby off of instrumental. He was just singing, but he was recording it. See what I'm saying? He was recording.
Right.
He was doing a little mic recording. At the
Right,
time,
sure.
it was a little bitty mic he got from Walgreens. He cooked it up on a computer. And shout out to him. Just shout out to DJ Nate, because DJ Nate was
Shout
spending
out.
nights over the
Sure.
grill, and they was doing these things together.
Yeah.
This is all together. Shout
Yeah.
out to my brother DJ Nate. So when he doing this mic thing, I come out and I say, "You just saw that?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "We finna get some millions." I was like, let's go get a camera. Let's go get a camera." He was like, "Come on." I went to Walgreens and bought a cheap camera. Went to Walgreens and got a camera.
Yeah, I know that bitch was cheap. You got it from Walgreens.
I got a cheap camera for Walgreens, like $40-some. I really ain't know what I was doing. That ain't work for us. I had to wait till the next day. I ended up going to
First camera never works.
it never
First
worked.
camera never works.
First of all, I didn't know exactly what I was doing.
Exactly.
I was anxious to do it.
I bought everything 2-3 times over.
See what I'm saying? And
Everything.
We talking about when I first started, years, like over 10 years, 11 years, 12, time. But make a long story short, I ended up finding him a good camera. And I said, I was reaching for the camera first because I was ready to shoot the video. He was good at editing. I watch him edit, and I started being cold at editing. He'll be getting incarcerated, I'll still be editing. He'll be getting incarcerated when we doing music. I learned how to do music. Him and DJ Nate just spend nights over my house. We'll just spend the day, just spend nights and record all night. We got songs on YouTube right now, me, DJ Nate, and my little brother. And we'll just sit down, and one thing I loved about DJ Nate is that he never got big-headed. At the time, I wasn't even doing music. I was in the streets. But him and my little brother was locked in so tight. Well, we just started going everywhere together. We'll get in my Jag. We'll get in one of my foreign cars, and we'll just ride to some of his shows. And I was like, always been a big brother to him. You see what I'm saying? And it was like, nothing but love the whole route. It's a whole history behind it. It's a whole story. I can go on and on. But I will say, seeing my little brother that talented, it made me just as a big brother want to bring the talent out of him. And I did. I did it from every aspect. When he went to jail, got incarcerated, I got cold at what I was doing. And I started dropping mixtapes. We'll go get like 15,000, 20,000 CDs. And we'll sell them in the hood out the trunk, out of my Jag. I brought a limousine. You remember the limousine I brought? I brought a limousine, and I hired my little cousin to drive, put on the suit. He ain't had no limousine license. I had to buy this limousine off Cicero and right off
Roosevelt.
Cicero, the lot over there on Cicero. I don't know if it's, but I ended up buying the limousine, and I used to just pick a lot of guys up from the hood, and they'll just pay to get in, and I have a driver to pick them up, and I just have cartons of cigarettes in a limousine and shots and everything. Everything they wanted was there, so they just order a limousine. They just ride. This is like the hood limousine, bro. Like
Mhm.
when I did it, and I brought that limousine because I seen my little brother a superstar. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen that, I used to just pray on things, and I started just going another route from the streets. I used to pray on things and start going to church and trying to just get my mind somewhere else, and I did it. And God gave me another type of gift, and I took that gift and I took advantage of it. I took a real advantage of it.
Now, now, if you don't mind me asking, man, like, you know what I'm saying, how did you like gain so much spirituality, man? Like, how did you, especially in the environment that we in, you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, it's a lot of things to get into, you know what I'm saying? And like the last thing you hear about young brothers getting into is their spirituality and like, you know what I'm saying, and they conscious and they self awareness and stuff like that. So what flicked that switch for you, or if you can remember the exact instance that you know what I'm saying, gained that, you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
that thought
I ain't
pattern.
gonna get too deep into the story, but I'm gonna tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I was 17 years old, I I had like a little bit over $100,000. I was young, and I was on this block one day.
Talking about a little bit, god damn.
Yeah, I was on this block one day, right? And this cop pulled up, and two big guys jumped out the car and grabbed me. My mama was standing there. My sister was standing there. My mama said, "We gonna stand right here until you sell that last bag. You finna go with us." They came over there and got me. They said God told them to come over there and get me. Came over there, stood on the block. I had a sandwich bag full of weed, like probably like 200 bags in it. And I remember my uncle just having to get into it with him, and it made it where nobody else would be able to sell my weed. So I had to stand over there and sell it. So I sold the last one, and caught this bubble pulled up, jump out, and they grabbed me. Said we the police. Put cuff one of my arms, put me on this car. My mama right there, my sister right there, and I got family members on the porch watching. He finna cuff my other arm, and I heard a voice from heaven saying he not the police. So and my mama used to always talk to me about God, because my mama was incarcerated. She got out of jail doing 6 months, and she changed her life to God. She left my daddy. She told him, if you keep hustling, I'm gonna leave you. She was serious. She left him, and she became this whole different woman. I couldn't understand it. So now they just stood over there with me, and I ended up just getting that. He finna cuff my other arm, and I pushed him off and said, "You're not the police." And he ended up swinging the gun towards me. And when he swung the gun towards me, he hit me with the gun. My mama flipped over, everybody running, because we thinking he the police. Everybody running. And I ran, and right then and there, that made me, I went home, and I talked to my mama, and she was just giving me signs, like telling me, like, man, I told you, God told us to stay over here with you, because he knew that was going to happen. It was just so many things. And after that, I ended up getting incarcerated. And I was sitting down in the county, and I was sitting down with my head down, and um, I just heard a voice, an angel, just tell me, like, "I want to use you. I want to use you. I want to use you." And I was just lost, because I hear people calling my name. That's in there. People. Everybody in there knew me. And they, "What you doing in here, Joe?" Ooh, they trying to give me the deck and all that. I ain't know none of that. I'm not a jailbird. I'm finna get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I put some money in y'all commissary. I hit my people. And I remember just hearing that voice, man. And I just said, "God is real." Out the blue, I said, "God is real. Angel, just talk to me." I talked to my wife, said, "Angel, just talk to me." Soon as I agreed and said, "Yes, Lord, I'm gonna follow your lead. Lord, I'm gonna follow your lead." A lawyer man knock on the gate, called my name, and brought me back in front of the judge. I remember telling the judge, like, "Give me another chance. Give me another chance." And she ended up, like, not including I was on 77. I ain't put all that in it, but I violated. This is all this stuff taking place. And when I started agreeing to God is real and everything, I see this lawyer come over there and say, "Write your bond slip off to me. I'm gonna get you out of here." I wrote my bond slip off to him. Went back in front of the judge, the same judge that told him to take me to the back.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, when I said give me a second chance, everybody in the audience was laughing like, they never heard nobody say that. So I went right back the same day in front of the same judge, and everybody was like, "Whoa!" That's when I knew God was real. So after that day, I started going to church. And the church I was going to, I wasn't really learning nothing. Just like I told you at school, I wasn't really learning too much there, but the pastor was good. And then my mama told me about this other church. And she say, only how you gonna get in this other church, you got to have some power because the devil ain't gonna allow you to get in this church because it's too powerful. The pastor owned the whole shopping mall. He get out on helicopter. She was just telling me everything. And when I walked in this church and I walked in this church the first day, he was speaking of my life, my whole life. And he say, if you ever sinning and this your first, this your last chance coming up here, walk up here if you did this and that. And I walk up there, he say, shake my hand. And I shook my hand and he prayed for me. And I felt like family at that church. And I started going, but I started learning a whole lot. It started translating the way I was thinking. Because the Bible says your thoughts run your life.
Mm-hmm.
So as a man can look it, he could be it. We look at people like, for example, like Jesus walking on water. We looking at Michael Jordan dunking from half court. We looking for LeBron James, like guys who doing these things. That's natural power from a thought. You looking at Born Rich that gross so much money and did so many things within these years, from having my own show on 106.3, no media school, no one sitting down talking to me, telling me, hey, you messed up right here and now. Because these people is jealous on how I'm demolishing. They ain't trying to tell me why they rather laugh behind my back. But I had to learn so many things just in this industry by itself. Everybody ain't with you. Everybody ain't with you. And I want people to know everybody ain't with you. They just with the opportunity. When the opportunity wash away, they gone. They gone to the next. See what I'm saying? You got to have some real loyalty people that really love you to be with you.
For sure.
And it's weird that it's happening, that it barely happened, but you got to really hold on to the people that really, really show that real love.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because people will cross you, they'll use you to get their name built, and when they build their name, they don't care about you no more. You ain't got to be on social media for a whole year. They only call your phone because they got what they want.
For sure.
And this is why I learned when it happened like that for me. Like if I gave a person opportunities and for me getting in my feelings, I always give God the glory. It's a lot of people getting their feelings when they want credit for people's life. I'll never take credit, so that keep me from moving sloppy and saying the wrong thing. That keep me from posting the wrong thing. It keep me from saying the wrong thing because it's a lot of things I could be saying. But the way that God have used me to do it, that keep me quiet about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I want to ask you also about your spirituality, like change. It sounds it's like a life switch, you know what I'm saying, from what you was doing to, you know what I'm saying, putting your faith in God, you know what I'm saying. So what was your support system like, or how did it change, you know what I'm saying, from like your crowd, you know what I'm saying, from 1 minute, you know what I'm saying, you riding down the street in the limo with the car and the cigarettes to next time about, you know what I'm saying, God got a greater plan for all of us, you know what I'm saying. How did your support system and your guys, you know what I'm saying, how did they take that, you know what I'm saying, that change?
They was, I always been a leader. So, like, they was following it. See what I'm saying? They was following it. But some people, like, even with the limos and stuff, they was following it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just started just saying, let's pray, y'all, out the blue. So this car won't get flipped over. People don't understand prayer. All right? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, people think it's soft and they think.
No, what I'm saying, but we low key do that shit too, but we be doing that shit for like the wrong reasons and shit. I'm sure. Like, I mean, we done prayed over X, all type of shit.
Whatever but look, you still prayed over something.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just saying, like, God say ask for wisdom, he'll give it to you. I ask for wisdom all the time, right? And these things is written. Our whole life is written already out. So it's like, if you're going to pick up the power and read and understand it and live it, to have a better lifestyle so you won't be confused, because once you lose a daddy, you're trying to find a way to program in your mind what's right and what's wrong. See what I'm saying? But spiritual realm, the Holy Spirit taught me how to be a daddy, a brother, you know what I'm saying, a husband. It taught me how to do things different when I started standing to these agreements and studying and really getting into doing God work. I really started demolishing then. But, the hood side, you're going to have people, nobody in the hood doubted these things. That's the good thing about it, because where we come from, they look at these things and they praise God they praise God. They like, if he can do it, we can do it.
For sure.
So I'm saying, so they ain't looking at it like you got. So I think a man who
That's why
think
it's good to
like
get back to your hood and keep doing stuff in your hood instead of getting that bag and disappearing. You know.
exactly, you got to stay connected with the people. You won't be a fool and just stand out there. But I'm just saying,
Right, for
like,
sure.
you just connect with the people that you've been
What
connected
you
with.
doing? What you already doing?
People who you started with, you connect with. People who was with you, you connect with. People who was against you, you stay away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Pray for them. See what I'm saying? Like, in these things I did, I seen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Enough. Well, uh, I didn't really care about friends at the time. Like, where they go, like if they willing to lead me from wanting to be right. Let me just make it clear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they willing to lead me for what's right, that's good. I got my wife with me. She loving the different type of lifestyle, and I can really be here for my children. You know, that's the most important thing.
That's the most important thing.
But people see all that time they see now was why I did it, because now I'm here. See what I'm saying?
I had the perfect storm. The same year my daughter was born, I had like major tragedy. You know what I'm saying? And it was like I had to just flick that switch. It was like once my daughter was born, like my whole life changed. I started thinking I want to do something different, Joe. I'm sure because this ain't it, shorty. This ain't it. I want to show her. I want to be the coolest motherfucker in the world to her. On shorty. That's right. On shorty. I don't care what nobody else thinks. As long as she think I'm cool, on shorty.
That's right.
I'm gonna do whatever I want to do.
With her mom still?
Nah, not with her mom.
That don't matter. But I'm just asking.
No,
How she is?
She's 9.
9.
Yeah.
That's a blessing, man.
Yeah, with my son, mom though, and it's stuck on shorty, but it's
You see her a lot.
yeah, she in there right now.
See what I'm saying? He was a great daddy. Shout out to the great daddy. Let's get a round of applause for the great daddy.
It's kind of opposite for me. She here with me during the week, and she with her mom on the weekend.
You're a great daddy.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know you had to sacrifice things to be here for.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Hell yeah. But it's worth it. It's all worth it.
It's all worth it.
Cause on the other route is either I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be here.
Look, and even when I was talking to my brother, he was telling me some things, and I know you changed your life too, and I know you feeling this story like we got the same story.
For sure, fact.
I will tell you, man, the way God brought me out of things, the way He brought you out of things. See, the only difference, like with me, is I feel as the way I was, I always had a big influence, like on people. So I think like God wanted to use me to be an example to lead the rest of the people because they was already looking up to me. So being in this industry, it brought a whole nother coin and a whole nother fan base. I had the fan base in the streets already. So when I throw shows, they be sold out. Every show I throw sold out. And I'm cocky bragging on it because it's the truth.
For sure.
I never had to use another man's platform. Every fashion show.
That's what they
one award show last year.
That's what the system don't like. We're gonna get into that industry shit. That's what we're gonna get into it. That's what they don't like though. They don't like when motherfuckers come in, you know what I'm saying? They like, what the fuck dude come from? I'm sure. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, let us teach him, show him, embrace him. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It be
It's kind of crazy because it's like in the streets, if you come on somebody's block and try to take their block, they start a war. You're gonna get into it. In the industry, you ain't even got to step on nobody's toes and they still hate you. You ain't going on nobody's block. I ain't jumping on nobody. I'm jumping on my own stuff. So it's like it's a different. It's crazy to say that the industry is worse than the streets. Because the streets, it take a lot to even pick through man. You know, you got to go on this block and say, I want this block.
You gotta listen to some of my shit. I be saying the same shit, sure. I be comparing it to like the street, cause I be like, you know what I'm saying, I left doing whatever I was doing, you know what I'm saying, I started doing this, but I still like clicks in this shit, you know what I'm saying, like it's this side, don't fuck with that side, and then I'm like, damn.
That's what they really, this is all they've been doing. They've been doing the same thing. So to see someone come and just take over and did everything they wanted to do, it hurt them. But why would it hurt you though? Because guess what? We have two different callings. You doing things for yourself, and I'm doing things the way God told me to do it. So it's like I'm not even getting the glory for it.
But to me too, it's like, I don't know if it's because I'm kind of new to this, or you know what I'm saying, I don't really got nothing invested in this, like not to the point, like I didn't start this because I wanted to make money off it, or I wanted to be a YouTube star, you know what I'm saying. Me and my brother had something going on, something tragic happened now, like I want to keep it going, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, when you got something that you passionate about, you got one life, Joe. You gotta do it. If you don't, you gonna live, you gonna die regretting. You know what I'm saying? I used to want to do this. I used to want to have a magazine or award show and shit like that, or write a book. You know what I'm saying? So
it take a lot of And I understand exactly where you come from, like real talk. Because let me just speak on that. When you passionate about something, you become creative and you start your own lane. You just started your own lane. See what I'm saying? Like you got me here, you had a lot of more people here, um, and it's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a blessing to be able to do something like that, to even come from where you come from. So
And the
I,
vibes I be having, they just like with me, it's like meeting you. I wanna, you know what I'm saying? I wanna connect with you. I
for
wanna
sure,
learn, see what I can learn from, you know what I'm saying? I
for
wanna see
sure.
how we could work together, you know what I'm saying? It's like certain people like, yeah, no. Certain people I didn't they do this and that, and I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? I low key be a fan because I just wanna learn, and I'd be like,
Yeah,
damn, but they all Hollywood motherfucker leave you on scene, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Don't return your calls and shit. And
yeah.
I'm like,
You
damn,
know,
I just wanna learn, brother.
a lot of
I wanna get like you. I wanna, you know what I'm saying?
a lot of people ain't gonna do it because they don't look. I'm gonna tell you something. Since I've been in this industry,
You
uh,
mad if I
huh?
you mad if I
Now you good, you good. Since I've been in this industry, I seen a lot of people that was big headed get nicer now, cause I got here.
I see that a lot
And
too.
I see now, you know, because you gotta understand, I did a lot. I got my own show on 106.3 with no media school. I'm just bragging on God. Own show on 102.3 with no media school.
Yes, my brother.
Um, Hosts at different places. Shout out to Intellectual Radio. Big shout out to Mario Chicago. Shout out to
Shout
all
out.
the podcasters doing their thing out there. All glory to God. But once you stay connected and consistent on what you want to build and what you want to do, you don't let nothing stop you. See what I'm saying? So I didn't never let nothing stop me. I always, even when guys got in their feelings and they start being against each other, I was looking at it like what that's about. Like why so many people in the industry hating each other?
That's the same thing I was
I,
saying.
I couldn't understand it.
I'm
So I
sure.
guess some people would think like you gonna be locked in on this one thing. See, when you chosen to do something, you won't just stay on one thing.
For
You do
sure.
a lot of things.
For
So
sure.
you know what I'm saying? God chose me to do something. So it was like it ain't no betrayal type of situation. You ain't telling me, hey, I don't mess with them and then I'll go over there with them. No, it ain't
Mm,
that. It's just that me, I'm here and got this station. I want all these other ones too, because I gotta touch all these other crowds and let them know what's right, what's wrong. Cause that's why God saved me. He say be fruitful with your gift.
mm.
So if you put a gift in me and stored it in me and saved me from some things, I got to go speak to the world and tell the world, like, so they won't bump their heads. You know how many other people ain't got daddies and they need some type of a person to look up to? I'm somebody that people look up to in the streets, in the industry. So I'm giving them hope again. I get calls all day, say, man, you giving us hope again, Rich, man. If you can do it, we can do it. But that's why God allowed me to do it, so y'all can do it. Because I'm not the person that's running away getting Hollywood, because I know one day you can have it and the next day it can be gone.
Facts.
Let's just say the next minute it can be gone.
I know already that already happened
Lose
like two,
everything.
3 times over already.
And you losing it to
I'm
get straight
sure.
with God, and he'll strip you back down. If you take your platform, or you take your credibility for everything, he'll strip you back down, especially when you sign up for it.
Hmm.
So, it's a lot of things I have to sacrifice, and I have to be careful on what I say, because it could be used against me with God. Now, I ain't tripping on how a person gonna view it, but that matters too. I ain't gonna hide my life, because I'll be having this whole conversation. I'm real, but it's just certain things that I grew past, and I think that a lot of people just still a kid on, and they older than me.
Mm. For sure.
They just never been taught the right way, or they never been through none. So I
For
just
sure.
look at them and be like,
Just
God
be
bless you.
be the example that you is, man. I'm sure. So, uh, and I don't want to seem like I'm pushing nothing along, man. But you got an amazing story. I see why you had to write a book. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, real quick, let's touch on the clothing line real quick.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? The inception of that. How did that happen? Why did it happen? And tell the story that you was telling me. If you could talk about it on camera, you know
Which
what I'm
way?
saying?
Which way?
About the loss, about the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
So
So
surely, so that was right at the beginning, right?
yeah,
All right, so just you just
this okay.
yeah,
So
just lay it out for her.
okay, so the beginning heights of my career.
Mm.
I started this clothesline. This clothesline right here, Born Rich Apparel. I started this clothesline. I used to big shout out to T-shirt Tony. I used to go to big shout out to B-Lo from Do or Die. He was there with me while I started this clothesline off the avenue. So so a day before I started, I was finna drop a clothing line. It was a whole nother name. I don't want to name because I'm, but It was a whole nother
I
name.
used to do the same thing on my show, shorty. I had
Yeah,
my
you
Woo
gotta
Out the
keep
Bam
something.
show
Somebody steal your idea.
for 2 years. Motherfucker got it. This motherfucker
Yeah.
made a show, Woo Out the Bam show.
Eventually, I
They
wanted.
made Woo Out the Bam radio.
See what I'm saying? You got to keep some of them, and I learned that. Just be quiet about certain things. But anyway, I'm finna start this clothing line, bro. And I wanted when I I threw some ideas out there to the guy who's the designer, the art guy. He was doing it, and I seen it. It looked alright. It ain't look like it was gonna hit for the streets or the people around the world. So I prayed. I prayed. I started praying to God, Lord, give me a clothing line. Give me a clothing line. And it came with a sacrifice. So one day, we brought this boutique on Roosevelt, 7535 West Roosevelt. And so sometimes we'll throw events there. My sister now, my sister had her daughter had a party there, and my mom and my grandma was there. And I pulled up. I had my black Hummer. Pulled up in the Hummer, go in. Um, my sister was drunk, so every time she get drunk, she like to fight. So she'll like be real toxicated at a point where she don't care what she say. So this is one of my biggest tests. Um, so they locked the doors up. My grandma and my mama sitting in the car, and my sister right there. So I heard the story about what happened to my sister and my cousin when she was little. Um, my cousin, she got a book coming out. My cousin ended up attaching to her when she was younger or whatever. So she told me about the story and it got to me because I ain't never knew that.
Hmm.
So my cousin pull up. He pull up, park. Actually, actually, my okay, I ain't got to even speak on that because my on my truck, my battery went dead, so I needed to jump to. I ain't mention all that. So, and I'm just throwing that in there because I like to get a full story, the truth behind it. Because the truck parked right there, and he jumps in front of it. But I'm hearing this story about what happened to her when she was younger with him, and I just not heard that. Now my mom and grandma is parked behind us, and I'm telling my grandma and I'm telling my mama like, "Mom, get so she been drinking and that go what's her name?" She was like, "I ain't finna touch her. She ain't finna swing on me." So they end up raising the window up, getting out of there. So God put it on me to go because she married and she was finna get in the car with him, but she was toxicated. So God put it on me to go talk to him. She was cussing me out. I was like, okay. So I go talk to him. I said, man, listen, sister's a married woman. I heard about what happened when she was younger. If you pull off with her, God gonna deal with you. He seen the change in me. He seen my life. He watched my lifestyle. He knew I had faith in God. And he told her, go back in the go with your brother. And I love him for that. But he told her, go back with me. And she gets in my face. She disrespecting me. Remind you, God told me to get my sister. I ain't say that part. God say, take your sister home. And I ain't mentioned that from the beginning. All these things happening and happening. She get in my face. F you. The devil don't like you. All type of crazy. So I say the devil don't like you either. You know, she just fussing me out, saying all type of stupid stuff. So I wasn't fearful of it. I said, listen, God told me to take you home. Make sure you get home. Let's go, sister. I love you. I love you. I just kept saying I love you. I love you. She was saying all type of demolishing things. It kept getting to me too. And I just kept saying I love you because I knew I was assigned to do something. So she ended up getting in the car. I ended up taking her home. Her husband in a call, asked what it was, and we ended up meeting him. And now my deal is closed. God told me to get her. I got her, and she made it home. She made it with her husband. Now the next day, God said, "I'm gonna give you this clothing line called Born Rich. I'm giving it to you to remind the world that we all rich." And he gave me the story behind it. With Adam and Eve, it's a whole big story about it. You know how Adam was rich in the garden and he had everything. He could have called on everything, and Eve allowed the enemy to trick her and bite the apple, to take away the riches. It just got so deep. And um, he told me that I'm finna blow up and just give him all the glory and praise. Take the clothing line to another level. And I just talked to this designer. I called him, and God gave me the way to draw it out to him. And I was telling him step by step, and he sent it to me. He sent one design he made to me, and I was like, that ain't it. He sent another one. I said, that's it. So I was looking for somebody to print them now. So I ended up going on the Ave, holler at my man T-shirt Tony. When I first started my first shirts, they was coming as paper. I was printing paper only on white. If I put it on a black or gray, it'll show like them like the funeral. People used to have the shirts and they just have it printed on it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So my shirts was like that at first, but on white shirts they weren't showing like that. So and that ain't why I got on white. This real here. So I just got to throw that out there.
Mm.
But no, so now it was able to it'll show like that, but I put a video out and a picture on social media of the clothing line, and everybody wanted it. And God already told me what it's gonna do. It just blew up. Everybody wanted it. Now I'm selling shirts with not even vinyl paper on the shirts, and I made like 10,000.
Like the iron on paper.
Yeah, I'm selling those shirts and people buying them like crazy. That's how crazy it went. So just that by itself. So, my matureness wasn't there for the clothing line to know that I was doing the wrong thing. This man who doing it, making all this money, he ain't really telling me. So we just snapping, but he giving me, he embracing me on different things. Like, hey, you can make a whole lot of more money. You do it like this, do it like that. But he ain't really, I don't think he had all the stuff that he was saying. So what I did was, I seen how much money I made off t-shirts. What I did was I ended up meeting this Italian guy. You know what I'm saying? And he started doing my shirts and my hoodies. And I started watching what he was doing. He had just like this $20,000 machine, and he had just slide them right out to me. I was like, what? Now everybody in the world buying these hoodies and shirts. I'm talking about making so much money. I couldn't even keep up with making the hoodies. It's just so much money coming in. I'm like, Jesus, everybody wearing my clothes. So now I'm like, dang. So with the time been in 3 months, I made like 300,000 just off all just hoodies and t-shirts. I ain't even had hats out. I started having hats, purses, and shoes afterwards. So I'm making all this money. I look up, I got like 300,000. Like money just coming deep. Everybody buying hoodies, shirts. Everybody around the world brought my clothes. And I walk in this gas station one day, and the little girl say, "Oh my God, Born Rich, can I take a picture with you? Can I take a picture with you?" And I'm like, sure, because I know the image that God got on me, so I already know His power. So I never took myself into it like it's me. I always knew the power that Jesus put on me, so I always knew how to embrace it. So it was so many fans and so many people who taking pictures. I embraced it all humbly, and I did it because I already knew where it came from. So now, afterwards, you know what I'm saying? I start ending up go back to the gambling habit from the beginning. I had a gambling habit. So I took the money and I gambled it all. I was gambling and gambling. I was going to the boat, and I lost the whole 300,000.
Mm.
And then God was showing me how to stay humble and how to sacrifice what He saved me from.
Did you go to the boat to celebrate, or was you trying like I'm finna double this shit, or
Let me just be not just the boat gambling period.
all right, because you was on the thing.
It's a man because I always was gambling when I was younger, but everything is a man thing. The enemy was playing games in the mind too. He come to play in the mind.
Mm.
So that was one of my biggest downfalls. So he might have whispered, "Hey, you finna make $1 million off gambling too, and you gonna make $1 million off the clothing line, so you got $2 million. It's your job to let him trick you." So in my mind, I was like, sure. That sounded like something I can really go do. Flip this to make another meal. And it ain't always win like that. You'll win, and then you lose it all back. So from that time period, just having a gambling habit, it made me lose a lot. See what I'm saying? And how I became back great and better. I had to sacrifice for God and tell him I won't do it no more.
Mm.
And I had to talk with him. When I did that, then like another 4 months, I ran up like 700,000, and I started just taking the wisdom God gave me and start creating more things, doing more things. So I want to own a magazine now. I want to be 100% owner, and I want it in Walgreens.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a distribution deal with Walgreens to put my magazines in there, and I did it with 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
So I was only able to do certain locations,
Mm-hmm.
and I did it. And they started the price dropped on the magazines, so I sell them for 20 personally or on the website. But in Walgreens, they had to go all the way down to $5.99 just so I get it in there. So I got them in there, and I got all these people that's like a person like you that's doing something great. All these people that really doing something with themselves and never been in the magazine. I'm getting them opportunity to put them in the magazine. So instead of going out getting all the celebrities and putting all them in there and speaking about their lifestyle, I start putting all the people that's in the hood and entrepreneurs, business owners out the hood. And if you own a shopping mall, if you own a gun range, I'm gonna promote your gun range and let them know where your location is in the magazine.
Mm-hmm.
So the magazine started taking off, and that went up to selling like 40, 50,000 within like time been like 6, 7 months. You know what I'm saying? Just staying consistent. Each magazine I'm dropping every 3 months, so it get other people a chance to put their article in it. Then one time I put my second magazine, I put Soldier Boy in cover, and his artist hood trophy. I'm managing his artist hood trophy. I'm the first one flew him from LA to Chicago, and just show you how people could be, right? So his name Hood Trophy. Shout out to my brother, man. That's my little bro. But he got in Chicago. We picked him up from the airport, right? And we riding back with him, and he's just telling me like, I want to go to the hood. I want to go to the hood. I said, no, we gonna protect you. We ain't finna let you just go out there in the hood and thinking it's that what you see on TV. So I take him and I take him through the hood where we from, let him come out there because I know everything good, right? But he wanted to stay out there and get a hotel downtown and be out there. And I said, I ain't gonna do that because I'm responsible for you. So I took him and I put him in Oak Brook in a hotel and hid him. So I ain't gonna need to say I hid him. I just want him to be safe.
Right, yeah.
See what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm responsible for him. So I tell him, don't call nobody to this hotel. This your piece. He ended up calling Chief Keef cousin. Chief Keef cousin tried to rob him for a chain. And this is a story got back to me, and I'm like, wait a minute, huh? I just told you don't bring nobody here. This is your piece. Oak Brook is the suburbs. You gotta understand, when you come from out west and you come from out south and you got different people that did different things and been through different things and ain't elevated, don't care about nobody. See what I'm saying?
Facts.
So my thing is, I know the chain, I know the money you got, I know what's going on, but my job is to protect you with everything in me to make sure that you straight. And after that, he just been locked in with me. I'll go to LA, we'll go to Soldier Crib, like I've been just locked in with him. We'll be everywhere together. He'll fly out here anytime. And, I really just been a big brother to him. You see what I'm saying? So, and it started, it started from us just bumping on the internet, me doing my thing, they seeing me doing my thing and loving the clothing line. And we gained a real relationship. So, we traveled and Rolling Loud. Yeah, he was with my little brother was, I ain't even speak of that. If you go on YouTube right now and type up Rolling Loud, I'm on the stage with Soldier Boy. We on the stage wilding and stuff. He there. He there. You know what I'm saying? So, just staying humble, man, and just enjoying the ride. So it been some time since I've been in the industry doing these things. All these things have passed me by my beginning stages of my career.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to tell, I'm talking about not the soldiers, all that stuff new, but I like to tell people like, your past is your past. You can live for the future.
For sure.
You can be a brighter and greater person. Only thing you got to do is know how to take a sacrifice. I think the tough man is the man ain't got to do nothing but prove a point. He got to prove he tough because he was bullied when he was younger. And people always was picking on him. So now he got to be that guy like, I ain't nothing to play with. See, when you really been through something and you really seen it, you know how to sacrifice it.
For sure.
See what I'm saying? You got to sacrifice things. Sacrificing is a word for a reason. Mm-hmm. Jesus did it. He sacrificed on the cross for us. We have to do it. I sacrifice plenty of things.
I was like, shit. You
know what I'm saying?
Man, you got it, bro. You
fellas, if you arguing with your girl, sacrifice. Let her win the argument.
I don't even argue, baby. I don't argue no. Cool.
Sacrifice it.
For sure, man.
Another day is sacrifice.
Man, bro. You got an amazing story, man. I feel like we're gonna have to have a couple of these, man. But
Sure.
before we close, man, we definitely gotta talk about the award show. One of my
Yeah.
main questions I want to ask you is,
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying, with everything you got going on, with everything you doing, everything you been through, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, ran it up, lost it all, everything you gained, you know what I'm saying, spiritually, you know what I'm saying,
All glory to
you know what I'm
God.
saying, with your family and everything. Why is we giving other people accolades now? You know what I'm saying? Why give it out to other people? Why not just focus on yourself and keep yourself boosting up?
Uh, because you see a person who do that, they don't meditate. See what I'm saying? You meditate on God, then you be fruitful. Bible say be fruitful with your gift. Your gift will make room. So if somebody else right now got a gift, and God has used somebody that He chose to help that person bring their gift out, because they was sitting praying. So it's a lot of people that was sitting praying, and God had used one man to come and save that person career, bring that person career to the light. Now it's their job. If they want to take their career and give God the glory, it's their job. If they want to take their career and be a backstab and say, skip you, skip, I don't need you no more. I don't need you no more. Which is that happen all the time, but it's their job. So to keep me out my feelings and keep me from being mad at you, I had to know God to do it. Cause now in your mind you thought you was slick. In my mind, I did my job. So now I'll go to the next level spiritually. I told a man the other day, I said, man, have you ever lost somebody you love? He say, yeah, I lost my brother. I said, I lost my brother too. I say, what happened? What happened when you lost him? He say, none. I was crying when I seen him. Then he went to. I say, you have been to a funeral? You been to his funeral, right? He say, yeah. I say, okay. Looked in the casket and seen your brother that you was just talking to. Now he's in a casket the next day, or the next hour, or the next minute. He say, yeah, that hurt me. I was just talking to my brother. I say, all right. He ain't moved, did he? He said, no. I said, where you think his spirit went? I say, okay, let me go before I get that far. I say, when he left the funeral home, where they take the body to? He said he had to go back in the ground. I say, how you think he was made? Came from dust. So I say, your brother's spirit went in his body. Was he able to talk back to you? No. So what is spirit at? Our power come from God. His spirit went back to God. So my whole thing is, you can have something powerful in your body, and one man could do it. One man built the art. But people got to focus more on what they got to do and be happy with what they doing and love what they doing to be able to help somebody else. You can't be unhappy what you do and then try to help somebody else. Because once you try to help them, you're trying to gain a crowd full of unhappy people just so you can start a war. That's really what you're trying to do. See what I'm saying? And that's it, because it's a reason about why you're doing that. You're trying to gain a lot of people, and you unhappy. You don't like what you're doing, but you're doing. I had to like what I do to be able to say, I don't know you as a stranger. Come on in, because God chose you. He chose me to bring you. I did that with a lot of people, and then a lot of people. Do people speak on me or have to speak on me? No. Do I say something? No, because I know God. But if not, have you ever seen somebody do something for somebody and just bash them like crazy? It happen all the time. I'm watching it, but I'm like, only if they meditated, they could have just like got somewhere farther.
Hmm.
They ain't meditating enough. They were just quick to react, trying to get credit for everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't take credit for everything. You just get a glory to God. Say, Lord, thank you for using me to be able to help a person with that opportunity. Now, coming from the streets in a sinful matter, are you gonna blast somebody? You gonna blast them. You know what I'm saying? So it just come with a lot of studying. I ain't gonna say I'm perfect. You know, I still make mistakes today, but I ain't gonna make the same mistakes I kept making. See what I'm saying? Because keep making them type of mistakes, man, they'll take you down a dark alley. Then you find yourself being somebody you're not. You know what I'm saying? You go back into your old mindset, struggle mode. The Bible said man will struggle. So, and that was Adam punishment. Eve punishment was to get labeled to children. The snake punishment to walk on his belly his whole life because he didn't want to trick Eve. So these things happening still today. So if a person don't believe the Bible and believe God, the words was written thousands of years ago. And a punish what do a snake got legs? God say the snake will walk on his belly for even telling Eve to bite the apple. Eve will get labeled to children, and the man will struggle. What do a man do when he broke and he's struggling? He ready to hurt himself. Because God knew the weakness in men, he knew the weakness in women. But we know we got a good God because he ain't sent him straight to hell. He just gave him a punishment. So that's the same thing we do now. We see things, you could just give punishments. I don't want to talk to you no more. You ain't got to just always just try to blast people. I'm cool. It's my choice if I want to deal with you. I can really put everything out there on a plate, but I'd rather not because I know I got sense enough to know not to do it.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So when you started the award show, what was it a specific, you know what I'm saying, target audience you was trying to reach? Was it a one time thing that became annual? Like what was the goal once it was decided this was what you was gonna do or what you was called to do?
Okay, I always thought big. I always thought big because God gave me the thoughts, and I was like, the city need some embracements. So like in 2019, um, I had I just kept talking about I'm gonna throw a award show, and I never did it because I started staying so focused on other things. Well, that was like 2020. That was like
Mhm.
2020. So with the timing, um, when the timing was right, I said I'm finna throw a award show, and um, we're gonna highlight some of the amazing, great people that's doing their thing in Chicago. Um, we're gonna highlight them. We're gonna highlight um, not just the artists, the movie directors, the hairstylists. I got so many categories. We giving everybody. That's why I call Forever Grateful. God gave me this name, Forever Grateful, and He told me, say, don't cheat. So I wasn't able. I nominate like it was so many people nominated. I wasn't able to cheat. I'm not gonna never cheat because God told me not to. So I did everything fair, and the winners who win the awards, they win our votes. I brought in the vote sheet stuff that show the vote sheets on who won. This how excited and fun it was to me. So and still is. So now I seen the success about it. I throw this award
You
show.
did paper ballots?
Yeah, everybody, the whole everybody. Man, I
That's how
should have.
you do it.
Bro, I should have
That's how
brought
you
them
do
with
it.
me. I printed them out, and we got them all in there to show, get everybody at their table
That's
one.
how you do it.
See what I'm saying? To show people like this ain't that. You know, none of my people won,
Mm-hmm.
and I just threw them out to get nominated. You see what I'm saying? Why not throw the ball at you? It's up to you to get the people. I'm not finna call and say, "Hey man, go." It's fun to me,
Mm-hmm.
so I ain't taking it like to. I can't cheat the people, man, because God put me in the spotlight and gave me this platform to be honest and fair. So I can't just get people in this building just to take. I did it so great. Well, I gave away 2 awards. So each category, it was so many people nominated. I gave away 2 awards to 2 people. So if it's 20 people in one art, 20 people in one category, the 2 people that one got 98 and one got 97, they won. That's
Mm-hmm.
how I started it. But this year is a little more stricter,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because only one award gonna be a given, and if you nominated, you got to be working hard. You got to be special because I got a team that's really looking into the people that put that work in. So it's gonna be a little difficult, and you will only leaving with one award, and we'll be ballots. It will be by the people votes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? By the people votes, because once you have fun with what you do, there's no need to cheat.
Mm-hmm.
So a man who get mad at my success, I think that he mad because he ain't get where he wanted to go. See what I'm saying? And I'm smiling doing what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on to the next thing. See what I'm saying? But with this award show, it's a consistent thing. You can expect this every single year now because it's a big thing for our city. And we must be fair with our people and be fair with the people because you got some people in some award shows, they only picking 8 people and letting them win and getting all these people out just to have a crowd out, just to get them some. It don't work like that over here. Nobody could tell Rich that we're going to do something like that. It's just impossible. Whoever get the most votes by the time we end them ballots will go home with an award. And these awards this year going to be way bigger than they was last year.
All right, man. So with the award shows, man. Now, your first time doing an award show. Matter of fact, before we, I don't even know, I got a lot of questions about the award show. So let's start here. Let's start here. So when you started the award show, what was the initial response like from um was there anybody else doing award shows when you started? And what was their like response when you brought your award show on the scene?
Um, I ain't get no. I ain't get nobody giving no response on when I brought my award show to the scene.
Mm.
Um, but you never know what can be said behind your back. So like a call or somebody personally talking to me about it. It wasn't that because you got to think about it. Like I'm already doing shows, fashion shows that sold out, and different type of shows that sell out all the time. So me doing an award show is like I had to even learn the difference of the award show in my fashion shows because I'm used to seeing a lot of people coming out to these shows. So when it came down to award show last year, the first time, you getting over like 12, 1,300 people coming, like it's just crazy packed. And people enjoying and having a good time. I ain't really getting no, if a person's saying what they
I
say,
remember seeing that shit
get
online
back
on
to me.
sure. I remember
Yeah, get
seeing
back
it
to me.
online.
Like, and I let people have their opinions. I love when people talk and say how they feel. Some people get mad they ain't nominated. It was a couple of hips and bips. But I did my first award show because you gotta understand it's my first award show. So
Right.
let's just say uh the ice ran out. We should have been here some more ice. Stuff like that.
Sure.
And we learned from that last year. I experienced a lot and a lot of growth. Um, even my awards, they're gonna be way bigger. I feel like the first award show, it was rushed, but it was very successful. So it was very successful, but we kind of rushed it. With this award show, we kind of learned from last year, so we kind of doing everything right, taking every step at a time, watching every hard person, make sure they get in the right categories. We learned a lot. Anybody who make a mistake learn from their mistake. Hopefully, I'm one of them guys. I'll be like, okay, I fumbled a little bit because I could have did that, but I'm gonna do it this year. Last year I had projectors with nominees on the projectors. Nobody never did that. I nominate best new artist and cut the lights out and let the sound go up. Best new artist because I already had these creative ideas that got me. So
Now don't let me see that in no award shows this year. Nah, talk shit.
my thing is to give the people a show.
Mhm.
See what I'm saying? People come out people come out to get a show. They wanna. If you single, you want to come out. You looking for you a man. If you a man, you single. You looking for you a woman.
Know that.
My shows is the place to be coming to get that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some good people that come there. I don't attract no crazy crowd. See what I'm saying? So it's like come there, enjoy, have a good time. If you're looking for a wife or a husband, they should be there. Meet them and say you was at Rich Show and met them. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm being honest. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. It looked like I had these award shows before that. How crazy it was. But this year, it's gonna be totally different. It's up there.
For sure. Now, talk to me about some of the categories. You know what I'm saying that you got, and you also got Bo Deal hosting.
Yeah, big shout out to my
Talk
brother,
to us about
Bo
the
Deal.
Bo Deal connection. You know what I'm saying, and what can we expect from him hosting the award show?
Okay, Bo Deal connection. Bo Deal grew up on Superior, like over there. So Bo Deal he done came in our houses, and Bo Deal was a real hustler at a young age too. He could go to sleep on the couch and be after he been at made a band. And I remember Bo Deal getting incarcerated. Bo Deal from over there where we at. We're locked in family. So I remember him getting incarcerated. And he got out and he made it to the rap battle. And I remember us being on Superior, turning on Channel 22, and when BET was out, 106 Park was out, and we all screaming in the house like he battling. It go all the way back then, bro. Like from the streets, like to know Bo Deal. It ain't just no industry type of stuff with us. That's what people don't know. And they only getting the sauce on your show right now because I didn't even throw that out there because some things don't need to be said. So he's real like family where he know my mom, my dad, he in the house with us, like type of family. Like this ain't no just no anything going on with us. This family.
And that's why I wanted to ask you, because just from doing what I do, you know what I'm saying, and watching him, you know what I'm saying, he don't even, you know what I'm saying, be around people like that, you know what I'm saying, unless, you know what I'm saying, they real close to him, you know what I'm saying. So I definitely
A
want
lot of people reached out to him after that. They stop. He been already doing his thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm saying like more people like, hey, he out hosting and both the man, he came to rich thing. Yo. But my whole thing is like once you see in the industry,
Man, that's like a big deal, bro.
it is
That's
a
a
big
big
deal.
deal, man. He got Tyrant going crazy, Tyrant 2. I don't know if it dropped there.
Man,
You know
man,
what I'm saying?
snapping. Big shout
He
out
doing
to
his thing.
the movie got out like Father Like Son Part 2. That's
Mm.
nominated. And what we do on our nominations, we throw the hottest thing out there and we let the people do the votes. So when people say Bo Deal hosting and this movie out there, expect whatever result the movie get back from the votes,
Mm.
that's who gonna win. So why not be honest? That's why you can't care about what people say. He gonna win anyway. O'Deal was nominated a couple times last year.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying he even care about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's a legend, but I'm
Right.
just saying like it was other people who
Right.
won, but he ain't look at it like no loss.
You supposed to be working so when people see your name, it's like Bo Deal.
He deserved that spot. You
Right.
can't take away.
He earned that recognition that motherfuckers see that name on there, even if they don't know what's going on in the category. They earned that.
And it ain't just started from there. It started, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest. But part one, like father, like son, me and my wife laid down in the bed and watched it. She loved the movie.
Mm.
So she was waiting for part two. So this year, my team, shout out to Rough Riders, they doing the nominees. And we like, wait, what y'all got nominated for movie? Because what like Father Like Son Part 2 at? Oh, no. Y'all supposed to be on that. Understand what's hot. This ain't no for no recognition and understand what's hot.
For sure, facts. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If it was bunk, I say it's bunk. It's a hot movie.
Facts, man. Facts. So also with you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of award shows. You do a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? If you was to be in an award show, you would be nominated for a lot of categories yourself. Have you ever been nominated for any of these other award shows?
Yeah, I've been nominated at all of them.
And do you?
I think when I started doing my award show, I probably got snatched out the nominees because just based off me creating another lane. You see what I'm saying? You gotta understand. Like last year was the first year, even the 312 doing their award show. Big shout out to them. I love Black excellence. I love people doing their thing, and we just setting up the city for great things to happen. You know what I'm saying? After y'all throw y'all show, we getting the other people a show. So people who won nominated and for their hard work. Guess what? Forever Grateful Awards, you might be nominated. So this is a big thing for Chicago. So it leave no open room for me looking at nobody sideways. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the beginning stage, I was nominated in Hustler of the Year, I think, new artist or a couple categories. Big shout out to them for nominating me. But I was already on the way to drop Forever Grateful Awards. It was in progress. So I'm saying I should be nominated for my hard work. You see what I'm saying? I didn't have to ask nobody to do that. You see what I'm saying? It was done, but I'm already in my lane, open up other doors for other people. See what I'm saying? So that's great. That's great for business to even, to all the nominations need to be the people that work hard need to be in the right category. So I felt like yes, I was in the right category, but I felt like me throwing Forever Grateful Awards last year, it opened up another door for a whole nother crowd. You see what I'm saying? A lot of other people ain't have a chance to perform. A lot of people ain't never had a chance to really be nominated. You know what I'm saying? So we work hard all year to see who worked the hardest. And big shout out to, for example, L Hitter Mama. You see what I'm saying? She won Manager of the Year last year from votes, and she had a lot of people on that list with her, but everybody voted for her. She got more votes, and she won. And she was screaming. She was excited because she know how hard she was managing her son. You know what I'm saying? She's moving around, but only God know how hard she was taking care of her sons to be nominated. It was my job. My job is to put people in the right categories and let the people do the vote. See, my thing is, it's not just say, hey, man, your name Derek, you rap. Oh, man, I'm going to throw you in there. And it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You go look at the nominees, take these pictures, take these people's names, write them down, and go Google them and look see what they're doing. And like I said, my experience from last year is different now because now we more stricter on certain things. Last year was just like, it was it was big, but it was like I was giving away 2 awards for each category based off the category. We had a lot of people in them. But this year, we picking them wisely and we taking our time. And you will only leave with 1 award, so that 1 award should be special. Much bigger awards. We trying to get the awards that the BET Awards got.
For sure,
We
that's gonna
trying to
be
get the
dope.
award that you can put on your frame and say, I won this at the Forever Grateful Award. Last year it was rushed. This year, everything been taken care of with patience, and people gonna see when they come out. They gonna see a difference.
For sure. That's dope, man. That's dope. Also, what I want to know with doing the award show, when you setting it up, are you anticipate does it does the well before I ask you that question, um, how do you choose like the performers, like who's performing and who's being I got another question before that.
I get you.
Who are you doing all this with? Are you doing this alone? Do you got a team? You know what I'm saying? And if you do, you know what I'm saying, like shout them out. Like
Shout
how
out to my
who do
friends.
what, you know
Shout
what I'm
out
saying?
to
Like
shout out to my team. You know what I'm saying? I got a team for sure. You know what I'm saying? I just be able to make sure everything right. My job as CEO, I don't like to be all in the videos, jumping around all in the videos. I like to sit back. You know what I'm saying? I put a lot of people in this industry in position and never said nothing. I'm using that for example. Never said nothing about it. Never got in front of the camera and spoke on it. Never did nothing. I'm humble. I lay back and watch things. So I'm just more like I just be more like excited and where I mess up at. I'm the type of guy I like to backtrack and do it right. If I felt like it wasn't enough water, let's go get some more waters. We gotta have more waters. Want enough ice? We gotta have more ice. It wasn't enough structure. We gotta have more structure. You know what I'm saying? Let's make this place learn from our mistakes and make this place be everything a person want to see.
how do you choose, you know what I'm saying, who get to be a part of the team or who do you work with, you know what I'm saying? Or is it always just discernment? Are you getting recommendations? Like how do you choose to bring along, you know what I'm saying? Because what you got going on, you know what I'm saying, you want it to move, like you said, you want, you know what I'm saying, make sure the ice is there and all that shit. Like how do you choose, you know what I'm saying, who's gonna be a part of this shit?
I got this thing in my mind, right? It called put a person in your mind a certain way, the way you see them. Okay? And I want people to think about this. If you got a stealing friend, have him in your mind a certain way already. Know the limit with him. He'll steal. So you know not to take him in your house. You got a good cameraman. Know the limit with the cameraman. That's what he good at. Keep him around. You got a producer. Got a writer. You got whatever you got. Just have people in your mind a certain way. Even a killer. Even a serial killer that's a cousin. You see what I'm saying? You got to limit things in your mind so you never find yourself looking at these people crazy or saying skip them or nothing because you already know what type of people you got. If you got loyalty people, study them. Now you know you got loyalty people. Have them in your mind. They're going to spend more time with you. They'll probably be doing other things with you. So it's a limit time with everything you do, but it starts from the way you plan things in your mind with people. So me personally, I gain a team by just knowing what they good at and keeping it what they good at. So if that's what you went to school for, that's what you're going to work for. You good at that. We ain't have to have no going out to IHOP all the time. That's what you get paid for. That's what you good at. Let's do it. So I create people what they good at. And, you know, yeah, we do our research or whatever. But at the end of the day, I think anybody I get in contact with, it's just God. It's just God off top. Because it ain't like, because my energy and my spirit and my mindset is connected with God. So it's like, and the things he changed my life. So it's like, I have to mention who changed my life. A lot of people ain't going to believe it because they so caught up in a sinful world. And that's all they around. But when you start witnessing different things and going out and being around different things and saving people's lives and stuff, you start being more responsible. You know?
For sure, for sure.
Pick them wisely. I make sure people good at what they do and keep them good at what they do. I gain a relationship with them far as over the time period. They could probably be family or they might just be good at what they do. So when you got people good at what they do, you keep them good at what they do. So like I said, one more time, if you got a stealing cousin, you ain't finna take your stealing cousin in your house. You ain't finna leave the car started away in the car. You ain't finna leave no money. You ain't gonna leave a blunt there. You ain't gonna leave the drink open. A nigga ready to steal. So you know, even though your cousin, you gonna stay in the car with him, and you gonna ask him where he going 10 minutes from now. That's what I
had that money.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know, it's a limit. Where you going? All right, come on, I'm dropping you back off. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Or give them $3, whatever. But it's a limit with everything you do. So you got to be smart and pick wisely who you spend more time with.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be wisely about that.
For sure, for sure. Now, when is what's your overall goal? You know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying. When you, what'll make you feel like you accomplished when it's all said and done? Like, what are you trying to obtain?
Just it's never enough. Cause once you chosen to do something, it's never you done. It's always more. Because my accomplishment is to let people know that if I can do it, you can do it. Let's give the glory to God. My biggest accomplishment is letting people see my life and they start praising God, saying, man, God did it for him, they could do it for me. Because I want them to know where the power at. I don't want people just out here lost, man. Because it's like a person probably lost they mama, lost their brother, lost their cousin, lost their uncle, and they just became this young guy got caught up in the streets around people because they had nobody else to guide them, nobody else they respect, and start kicking it with them guys, and they start sending them off on murders.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they all only thing in their mind is jacking the car jacking the car. Everything that person told them to do, they start doing it, robbing, doing all the wrong things. So my goal is when they see me, they say, hey, if he can do it, we can do it. We don't have to go carjack nobody, man. I need to listen to what he's saying and how he's doing it so we can start serving and praising God. That was one of my biggest accomplishments. And I don't think I'll never just get enough of what I do because I do it through the spirit.
Mm.
From my own understanding, I would have been retired. I put too much. I put a lot of work in this, right? But from the spiritual point of view, I'm still living. There's more to do. Let's get more people opportunities. Let's take the people that they said will never be none and make them something. I took a lot of people with me on 106.3 with my own show. I took people that never been on that platform with me, that never even been in radio, never had a radio history,
Mm-hmm.
and took them on that type of journey with me. I'm a different type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But I give all the praise and glory to God.
For sure, man. Man, we could be talking up here for hours. Got a couple more questions, man. I'm gonna let you slide, man. What give me. I'm gonna just, this is random questions, man. Give me your opinion on your peers in the industry, man. What's your opinion on your peers in the industry, like the people who doing the same thing you're doing, not just in the awards, but the music, the fashion shows, you know what I'm saying? What's it like, you know what I'm saying, with your peers in the sport that you're a part of?
I think when I see these people doing something great, I think that they smart. I think that they wise to even do something like that. See, I look at it and say, man, congratulations. Anybody who thinking like a king,
Mm-hmm.
you see what I'm saying? Anybody who doing king moves, congratulations.
Just keep good.
You know what I'm saying? And just keep good intentions. And I pray for people that they success continue on growing. I don't have no mindset like we do the same thing, we gonna be into it. Cause come from, like I said, come from where I come from. Our block was here, they block was there, they block was there. We come out my door, this is my block, this his block, this his block. And when you stay in your own lane, basically what I'm trying to say. You see what I'm saying? You don't really cross over to really, care about like what nobody else doing to make it well. You got to start hating them.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to go in the same house with me when we leave. You ain't got to get in my car. We ain't got to we don't got the same woman. So why would I be mad at you? Like I just feel like, me personally, I feel like since I did all these things within this time, a lot of people, all me is to talk about. So a lot of people talk about me and they find ways or loopholes like, well, we might ain't gonna put him in. You never got to put Rich in it because I'm making the opportunity available to put somebody else in it. So I never cared.
Mm-hmm.
But what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. But who say people gonna live by what's right?
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So you let the people do the voting. They know Born Rich to put the work in for Hustler of the Year. Everything I did has been very successful.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I had a show in Vegas. Everybody flew out in Vegas. So it's known that, when you do the right thing, you can touch people.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ain't got to do the wrong thing for right results to have people to follow you. You can do the right thing.
For sure, for
It
sure.
ain't perfect, but, like I said, I learned from mistakes. It's like a basketball player shooting a three. If he keep practicing on threes, he'll get good.
Mm-hmm. For sure, for sure. Now, Now for the fans, for the people who watch and listen to my content, man, I'll be remiss not to ask you about another situation, man. Now, uh, we had the CEO of Fluent Radio here, and he made an allegation that uh, we previously spoke about you already having a magazine. He made an allegation that uh, y'all uh, had some type of dealings previously, and somehow your magazine came from his magazine. If that's something that you could
What's his
bring,
name?
come on, man.
I mean, you said wait. You say he said we had some type of deal. You said
Not a deal like y'all had some type of dealings, like y'all had whatever y'all had something going on that y'all was around each other. Like I don't.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Um, it's sad to say the ways black people think. It's sad to say the ways they think when you growing. When you get big, people just to say anything just to get their point across and take your lifestyle. So
Mm.
my whole thing is I never copy nobody. I did too many things in this industry to copy anybody. I had a movie in a movie theater called A Cops Is Watching. We finna put that on Tui. I got videos out. I worked so hard for this. I got opened up so many doors for the magazines for people. This is my 6, 7 magazines I'm finna drop. Um, I started 6 years ago, and I know probably 5 years ago. I'm already at like 7 magazines through time period, consistent, sell out, successful. I never stole nobody idea, and if I stole your idea, where your magazine at? Where your magazine at in stores? Why your magazine ain't out here? You see what I'm saying? People will say anything just to get attention. But my job is to get on these platforms and say people who talk like that, I pray for them
Mm.
because it's something they dealing with. It's something they dealing with. You see what I'm saying? And when you're dealing with some in the inside, you'll do anything to hurt somebody else. Cause that sounds like a it's like I'll say a smack in the face to a person that's not even got the mindset to even think about what are you talking about. We talked about a magazine. First of all, where yours at? And did you have yours in stores? Was yours out? Even if I did, just say, okay, you still where yours at? And how I come out of magazine, what my magazine got to do with your magazine? What my idea on my side got to do with your idea on your side? See, this is what I don't understand. Have you ever heard of Bad Boy, Death Row, Interscope, Def Jam? What do I got to do with you? Cause you saying that. So to me, it just sound real kitty. And from my humbleness and my peaceful ways, I would say, man, I wish that brother nothing but success on anything he do. And he did not talk to me about no magazine. I don't know what that brother talking about, but I hope he accomplished what he trying to accomplish. And if you need some help, come on and let me help you accomplish it. But other than that, man, it ain't no, it ain't. I won't even waste time on it.
Mm-hmm.
Got too many things to think about. I let people do the talking, and they do the talking. Let them just talk.
For sure, man. Cause when we started talking, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I almost forgot it, man. I forgot about it, bro. And it was like,
No, it's cool. It's a certain thing in life called sacrifice.
mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Sacrifice. Cause flesh will make you take it farther and make you talk about things and make you like, come on, man. But growth that let you like, come on, man. What is that? You see what I'm saying? Like, man, it's like I come out with a pair of shoes, you come out a pair of shoes, you tell me, man, I I was gonna come out with my shoes first. Why, man? Give me your shoes, let me wear them, and I'm gonna give you my shoes. Let's support each other. Shoes. That's how I think about things. I won't get on no social. I won't even clown myself and get on no uh podcasts or no radio stations that just like bash nobody, man, because it ain't even worth it, man. Because it's like when you growing and you giving a message out, you want to always leave people with the right message. And I think the wrong message is like when people can lie on you and stuff like that. But it's life, man. Some things you just got to let wash away and let them deal with it. Cause it looked at real personal. Like it ain't nothing personal with me with nobody.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like I'm going home and be personal with my wife. I ain't going out here and getting personal with no guys in no industry. These guys, I do my own thing, stay in my own lane, man. I ain't focusing on what these guys doing, man. But if they doing something great, salute to them. Congratulations. But other than that, man, God bless. God bless the brother that said it. You know what I'm saying? So whatever reason he said it, because I kind of glanced at the video and I was like, what this about? Oh man, turn that junk. What's this guy talking about? And it ain't tig me or nothing. It's
Mhm.
funny. I laughed at it.
Mhm. For sure, man. But like I said, man, I definitely appreciate you coming through, man. I look forward to working with you in the future on things, man.
For sure.
Much success to you. Before you slide, man, let the people know about the award show, about the music, where they can work with you on the music, how they can be a part of the award show, all that good shit.
Okay, so right now a lot of slots is full as far as the
Mm.
artists is
Okay, for sure.
performing and everything, but we are looking for vendors.
Mm.
This event will take place 1150 North Lamont,
Mm.
Chicago, Illinois, March 15th. It will be at the Emma Hall, and everybody invited to come out. You can go in Eventbrite and get your tickets right now. They're 25, and when the day come, it'll be like 40 and 60 at the door. A lot of people out there, you might not know you're nominated, but you are might be nominated for your hard work, for the time you put in doing what you do. You got nominated for that. Now, as far as you winning an award, because this is a whole team thing. This is brought up to me to all the people that's working hard. We got them in the right categories.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is stable. Everything is ran the right way this year, and it's gonna be very very nice and successful. So if you nominated in them categories, pat yourself on the back. Give all the glory to God. If you're not, keep working and come back next year, and you'll be nominated. But
You
this
said
is
they
why
don't know yet.
if they don't know yet, because the nominees ain't out yet.
Okay, okay, for sure.
So when the nominees, they will be done with the nominees between
Mm.
Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
So everybody will know who nominated. We have different. I think we got like 27 or 30 categories in there. Like best hairstylist of the year, best barber of the year, best radio podcast of the year, hustler of the year, um, best clothing line,
I was just saying something
best
like
spa,
that. They got like the best Instagram model, all that.
movie of the year.
OnlyFans model of the.
Hey, look, we might throw that. We might add that in that next year.
Hey,
But that's just showing you like we coming with the right attention to give the right. Because you got to think about it, bro. It's just more than artists and podcast people that deserve an award. You got people that spa. You got massages. You got people that cut hair. Why these people ain't being acknowledged? So we want to make sure we acknowledge most of the hardest people. Best fitness. Now we got best fitness coach or something like the dance that people being. These people
Choreographer.
need to be acknowledged for their hard work in the category, and the people need to vote on who they think who they want to vote for.
Yeah.
It's their choice. But my thing is to tell you this: there's no favoritism. You see what I'm saying? We let the computer do the calculation on the votes. We bring the paperwork. We show the people. We cut the lights out and show them on the projector. This is what's that with it. We give people slips. We take care of things the right way
Mm-hmm.
because my thing is this: I got faith in God. I want to do the right thing. So my thing is like, what's the sense of getting a whole crowd out here just to trick them? I'm not. I don't feel. I don't want that in my spirit. I like to do things the right way. Everybody gonna be acknowledged in their category, and whoever win the award, they win it. But just to be nominated is a blessing. And the way we doing it now, we just not showing people. I don't want to talk too much about that. How the nominees out to Thursday, but people gonna see how the nominees is. These type of nominees we got now, they spotlighting the person even more, so they don't appreciate themselves being in that nomination more now.
That's dope.
See what I'm saying? So we just can't wait till they come out.
That's dope. That's dope, man. I'm gonna be there, man. I can't wait to see the show, man. Like I said, man, let the people know where they can follow you.
Oh yeah, make sure y'all follow me on Born Rich 1S on Instagram and Born Rich Love on Facebook. Make sure you guys keep God first, stay prayed up, and stay connected to Mo 290. I really appreciate this interview. And if you guys need any promotion on the magazines, you need to you trying to be a part of my award show, hit me up. Just hit me up right now, and we'll see what we can do to try to help you out much as possible. Because March 15th gonna be definitely a movie. And just keep praying. If you out there right now and you hurting and you ain't got it right now, just stay patient. You will have it. Don't let nobody send you off on no mission or running no store. Don't get yourself in no trouble. Just stay here, stick around, and be a little more patient, and things will work out for you. And always remember your thoughts run your life too. So you got to be able to think for yourself and not allowing your friends to think for you and tell you things to do. Think for yourself out there.
For sure, for sure. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming through, man. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
So.
In a minute, gang.